Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing super well. I hope you can now hear me. I had to redo it. So let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. I am Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I'm going to be doing a live talking about basically the top things that you should do to prepare for the Leo full moon on January 28th. I got a lot of questions from you guys asking me questions on TikTok, on Instagram, and also just questions about manifestation or your journey. So I thought it would be beneficial to do a live. I'm going to do it for about an hour or so, maybe a little bit less. We'll see. We'll kind of flow with the energy today. And I do these lives like twice a month. I used to do them almost every single day. I'm really focusing my energy on making content for you guys on meditations and helping you with your shadow work and moon energy, because I feel like that's where I'm here to support you guys in the spiritual space, and plant medicine, which I want to talk a bit more about, that I will be sharing more because I've been having some very interesting discussions with you guys. Great. You guys can hear me. That's amazing. I'm super, super happy to hear that. Love it, love it, love it. Let me know how you guys are feeling. If you have any questions about the full moon and everything, let me know in between. I'm just going to go over how to prepare today. So super excited. Make sure you give this video thumbs up, like, subscribe. I love this family so much. You guys are just so amazing, and I can't wait. We are literally one sleep away, which is tomorrow, will be the full moon in Leo. So crazy. It's insane how quick the time goes. Roddy Rowe just asked me if I'm vegan. So I've gotten this question quite a bit. I'm going to actually do a mukbang really quickly. But my quick answer to that is that I'm partially vegan. Like, I consciously am vegan for, I would say 60 to 70% of my, as of now. I used to be fully vegan for almost 2 years. And then I shifted from there. So I'm going to kind of talk more about that experience, and I will write that down for questions for my mukbang, because I think that's a really, really good question. Okay, everyone's saying it's working. Awesome. So lucky to find you today. Love your vibe and subscribed, and I'm watching your live. Yay, super happy. Any new subscribers here? I'd love to hear down below if you guys are new or how you found the channel. I've been meeting so many new people in the past 2 weeks, and it's been really beautiful to get to meet you guys and get to know everywhere around the world, like how you're going with your spiritual journey, and what made you feel called to connect with the moon, what made you feel called to connect with manifestation, law of attraction. So I love hearing your stories. If you want to share, feel free to. And I think that is something that is super, super big to consider. So let's answer some questions, and then I'll also go into preparing as well. So Asia just asked me, how can I know that my spiritual awakening is finished? So spiritual awakening has 4 kind of series. I have a video on how you know you're going through a spiritual awakening and exactly what the 4 stages are. So I would highly suggest go checking out that video, because I have been getting a lot of questions of people saying, like, how do you transition from a spiritual awakening? What is a spiritual awakening? How do you know if you're going through a spiritual awakening? In short, a spiritual awakening is when something huge happens in your life and it shifts and it changes so quickly. So go check out that video, Asia, and let me know if you have any questions on that, because that is a really, really good video to ask, or question to ask and in a video. So let me know. Naomi just says, hope everyone has a beautiful day. Yes, love and light to everyone. I'm Leo, so super excited. Amazing. Anyone Leo or Scorpio or Leo or Aquarius right now? Because you guys are probably feeling the Mercury retrograde a lot. That starts on January 30th, which I'm going to clarify because I've been getting a lot of questions. Shika, do I manifest on the Leo full moon? So let's start with that, because I think that's a very common question. So the Leo full moon is on January 28th. It is the time of manifestation. I heard a lot of people saying, I was told that I'm not supposed to manifest on the full moon. You are not supposed to manifest during Mercury retrograde. The reason why is just because there's just so much energy going in. We're going into Aquarius season. A lot of Aquarius, Leos, and Scorpios will be affected the most. It'll affect everyone, but they will probably hear it and feel it the most. I'm lucky to be both of those, to be a Leo and a Scorpio for my main sign and a rising Scorpio. So definitely going to be feeling it this Mercury retrograde. But all this to say is when there's just so many energies, some of the things that you may experience is technological issues. So Wi-Fi issues, or maybe you had a meeting and it got rescheduled or canceled. A lot of people having those experiences during the Mercury retrograde. So when you manifest something, when there's just so much collective energy going on, it can be very draining. And usually Mercury retrograde is a time for us to reflect on our relationships. It's a time for us to reflect on the relationships that aren't supposed to be in our life. Universe is like stretching us out and saying, hey, we need to make sure that you are having these people on your next venture. And if not, then we need to let them go. Or if this person isn't good, we're going to show you during Mercury retrograde, you know? So it's an opportunity of growth. It's an opportunity of isolation within yourself. So you might be called to work on your own for a lot of the signs during this time. You might be also called to like start to think of what type of business stuff you want to launch, because I know a lot of you are creating new businesses and ventures during this time. So this is a time where that happens. I will be doing a video, thinking of doing a video next week, Monday, on the Mercury retrograde. If you would like that video, put a little like fire, like little like explosion thing emoji down below. And let me know, like those little like meteorite emojis. And then I will do one, because I think it'd be helpful to come from an energetic standpoint. I know a lot of people focus on astrology. Here on my channel, I talk a lot about energy. I talk a lot about karmic. I talk a lot about like your shadow work, working with the moon. So astrology is a part of it. And I know a lot of people take the perspective of astrology, but I really take in the perspective of being an energy healer and someone who knows, feels things, and how to explain it so anyone can really understand it too. Because I do know that some people, it's overwhelming to look at your birth chart and all that stuff. So the goal is for you to be able to watch the content and actually like understand, okay, this is how it's going to affect me. So I'm going to do a video on that. If you guys would like to, let me know in the comment section. I think it'd be helpful for a lot of people. So all this to say, long-winded answer, Shika, but yes, you can manifest. You want to be manifesting. I suggest another reason how you can prepare for the Leo full moon on January 28th is today and tomorrow to do a meditation. You might have noticed that I actually posted a meditation called the full moon Leo Reiki mini meditation that I made about a week ago. And the reason why I posted this is for two reasons. One, I know a lot of you are in different time zones. You can't be live with me. And maybe you would want to be really wanting to start your venture before you do the live the next morning. And two, because specifically this full moon is going to be the luckiest day for manifesting, we're bringing in that Lionsgate energy that is quite similar about 6 months ago. We want to make sure that we are tapping into that energy, right? So you need to ask yourself, where do I want to be going into fall this year? Like 2021, where am I going to be? I'm going to start to see those seeds that I was seeding, exhilarating all the way to that point, and seeing myself getting that house, seeing myself getting that relationship, seeing myself getting the job. Like all those things are going to come through between now and August if you put those seeds in place. So really think about what you want to plant, how you want to plant those new seeds, right? People think that January New Year's resolution. I'm very not about that, to be honest. I do New Year's resolution every month, if you will. I do intentions every single month, twice a month. I do it new moon, I do it full moon. I work around everything, my content, a lot of my stuff that I do here, my everyday life is based on energy. Like that's how I work through things. And I've seen a lot of changes in my life. Like I'm grateful for the changes that have happened. So one thing I will say is just making sure that you do that meditation that I posted, and do it in the morning or in the afternoon, but do it days leading up to it. And even the morning of, before our live, you can do the meditation in the morning, and then you can write down script, maybe like jot down some channeled messages that you got. And then when you come on 9 p.m. Eastern time on the 28th, when we do our circle together, you're ready. You know, you have everything ready to go. And even if you don't, you can just do that meditation again if you want to. It's whatever is calling you. But what I'm trying to say is really make your full moon ritual a week long. And it's not just about the day. As the days get closer to the full moon, the consciousness increases as the moon gets closer to our space, to our dimension, to the world, to the earth. So you want to use that energy, especially if you're manifesting it. It also allows you not to feel so much pressure and allow you to just let go manifestations, which I talk a lot about. How do I know if I'm obsessing over a manifestation? When you obsess over a manifestation, you actually push it away. For example, if I was like, I really want this person to text me, and every single day I'm checking my phone, every single day I'm like checking on their social media to see if they've responded to me. Well, with that energy, I am putting them on a pedestal, and i.e., there is not an kind of like a balance in the force with the energy. And through doing that, you're actually causing yourself to not have balance with what you want to manifest and pushing the manifestation away. So what this does is allowing yourself to just put bit and bit and increasing your vibration to that energy of that manifestation. It makes it happen quicker. And then by the time you hit that gate of the Leo, you're like, yes, this is what I want to manifest. This is what I want to release. There is no BS. We're being straightforward here. You're being direct with the universe, because that's how people don't manifest the right thing, or they feel burnt out. It's because we're not allowing ourselves to kind of like be reminded and create this kind of reminder that we don't need actually that day only to manifest. It's just an opportunity to get that acceleration, right? So when we keep building to this day, you can really work with clarity into the space. So I just wanted to share that. I'm going to answer some questions here because I really love that. Okay, so many synchronicities, referring crystals. I love it. Scorpios, Aquarius, love it. Love you guys so much. Some people are saying that they want me to do that. So yeah, keep an eye out. Next week, I will do a video on the Mercury retrograde from an energetic standpoint, and just like what to consider. What are you expecting? What should I do? What shouldn't I do during the Mercury retrograde? What should I have like kind of a heads up on? I think that's super big. I started something as a Leo rising on a Leo full moon. Yeah, 100%. I'm actually a Scorpio rising. So I feel you, Moraine, as well as the energy. Anyone else, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, feeling things, or anyone in general? Because this is, even though you're not an Aquarius or a rising or a moon or a sun of a Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius, you might still have it in your birth chart. So it still will affect a part of your life. That's why it's such an impact with the Mercury retrograde. Should I only look at 6 months ahead for manifesting? So that's a great question. I say 6 months because it makes it easier for people to understand. So for example, you notice the sign for this full moon is Leo, right? Leo brings us to 6 months, right? So it's accelerating our manifestations, planting the seeds. Doesn't mean that your seeds are going to stop growing at 6 months. It just means it's going to continue to attract, right? With law of attraction, what we are is what we attract. And when we keep increasing our vibration, we start to look around and say, man, I wanted to manifest that nice car. I ended up getting it like 3 years earlier because I built up that energy. I wanted to manifest that home, and I ended up getting a job in the space that I wanted. I met this amazing person that brought me to this, and this allowed me to have all my other manifestations to happen. So it's bit by bit. That's what allows you to kind of tap into that space to expand and to also connect too. So I just want you guys to know that. That if you're manifesting, it's really not only about manifesting about 2021. And I talk about this in my 5 things that you need to know about the Leo full moon. Go check out that video after our live. Highly suggest it. I go over some very deep points and detailed points, and I even give you journal prompts as well in that video. But all this to say is that like all that you're manifesting right now is when the year is actually going to start. And a lot of you, the 3 common things is enlightenment, conscious soul purpose, and understanding your karmic ancestral debt is shedding off of you. You always choose if you want to, right? You can stay in your own energy, you can stay in this space. It's up to you if you want to take that leap. But universe is giving you that clarity in the next step. A lot of emotional, like where self-confidence, lack of self-love and self-confidence, those wounds are going to be totally shown. A lot of you have expressed, Chica, I did your meditation on the full moon and I cried, but then I was also happy. It's because that feeling of loneliness self-confidence, lack of self-confidence and self-love is being so derived from our solar plexus and our heart space right now into this space. And before you manifest, manifestation comes from creation, self-identity, and love, right? So that's 3 chakras. That's a good bit of our chakras. And then we work with the third eye to visualize, to connect with that energy, to bring it into fruition, right? So you see how all of the chakras kind of allow us to align. That's just an example. And that's where people are being pulled. Anything that is being blocked emotionally is going to be exposed so deeply. A lot of you getting answers at this time too, which I talked about in the video. So a lot of just deep answers that you're getting. But yeah, I would say like 6 months, yeah, it is putting in that intention. You're going to accelerate in 6 months as you choose to, but it doesn't mean that the energy and the seeds are going to stop growing at that point. The law of attraction will allow you to keep growing. What if you did that meditation that you have up this week to reset yourself before the 28th? Is that okay? I did my Monday. Yeah, 100%. If you feel like you need to reset, like it has Reiki energy. I am doing it with Reiki in that video. You can choose to just do the meditation portion and not accept the Reiki if you don't want it. But the beautiful thing about this meditation is that it just gets you like tuned. It gets you tuned within yourself. It's a great meditation to do, like I said, to prepare your thoughts, to get clarity, to give you an energy boost, to relax you, to help you with visualization. Like Reiki has a lot of benefits in there. And I wanted to really incorporate that because, again, with manifestation, you need to visualize, you need to feel it, you need to believe that you are being able to create that, even in the sense of when you might not necessarily see all of the doors that are about to open for you in the next 6 months. So, yeah, like I said, one way of how you can prepare for the Leo full moon is making sure that you are doing a meditation, a manifestation meditation leading up to it, creating that ritual and just allowing yourself to step into that energy as much as possible. Blissful, thank you so much for donating to the channel. I'm going to pull a card for you. Anyone who donates to the channel and supports, I actually pull a card for you. I forgot to mention that because I was just super into the video. But yeah, if you want to donate what you can, then you get a card pull for the day. I'm feeling angel cards for you, Blissful. So let's see what comes through. Okay, so the first card that I got is Rite of Passage, Cross Threshold. So right now, today is going to be a challenge of you deciding and making decisions. You need to ask yourself, this is a time to step into that masculine energy and not avoid these decisions. And I feel like it has a lot to do with responsibility. Avoiding it is not going to solve the issue. So really allow yourself to make sure that when you get through this pass, when you do make that decision, whether that's financially or even at work, making sure that you are being clear with it and to the universe, but also to the parties involved. And knowing that that's going to actually make a lot of less space for you so you can focus on what you want to do in your life. So the initiation is just like, it's time to make some decisions. It's time to not avoid people. It's time to not avoid certain circumstances. So I hope that card aligned with you, Blissful. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm so grateful for you. Okay, so some other questions. So nice to see a gorgeous representation in the astrology, karmic ancestral debt. Wow. Yeah, lots of that as well. Man, I don't know about you guys, but that's a theme that continues to pull through is a lot of people just continuing to release that karmic ancestral debt. It's huge. It's very, very huge. If you are interested in releasing that and wanting to go dive deeper, I do conscious mentoring. The link is down below in the description section. So if you feel called to do more energy work, deeper work, working with whether that's Reiki, shamanic, plant medicine, Akashic past life, and having that energy space for you and creating sacred space for healing and expansion, you can apply for that down below because I do feel a lot of people that have been gravitating to me and my work has been ancestral. It makes sense because I've done a lot of work on myself. So I do know what difference it can make in our life. So yeah, I'm happy you guys are sharing that. Little late, but a full moon, a good day to take action on our plans. Full moon's actually a great day to get answers. So I go over that in the top 5 things video that I have. So again, go watch that, antisocial. It's huge. Like, I think that's one big thing that I'm feeling is that for you specifically, or anyone else this relates to, is it's a good place to just like see what answers come through and what clarity comes through. I got a message saying, Shika, we're thinking of closing a house on the 30th. I'm stressing out about it. Well, you're going into a very collective energy space. This is an opportunity for you to probably get the answers before the Mercury retrograde starts. So I would say throughout February, a lot of you will be planning for action for when March hits for spring. So planning is going to be a really big thing. But as far as manifesting, you could do your manifestation methods now until the end of this month, and keep on holding in that energy, because again, universe is going to test you on that going forward, but in the best way possible. I already manifesting during this winter solstice time and New Year's Eve and new moon, already letting go of manifestations. How can I work on them further if already know that they're coming, Leona? So I would suggest, one thing I do is, if I know my manifestation's coming, is every morning I do a 10-minute meditation, and I fully just manifest and just like receive white light energy throughout my body, specifically my heart. And I visualize detailedly. And every time I do that, it gets more detailed of like what I'm manifesting and what's coming through. And I give gratitude for that 10 minutes. Gratitude for that manifestation, honing it down is important. And then after, I write down 10 things I'm grateful for, including what I saw and what I'm bringing into my life. And I've seen such big shifts. Another big thing for manifestations is I do go over some crystals, another way of how to prepare for this Leo full moon. So the crystals that really got called to, because I'm looking at my pile because I have them on my table. The crystals that I feel called to work with this full moon is citrine. What's the other? Calistine, yellow calistine, pyrite, and oh my gosh, where's that one? Mochite, which mochite is like that greenish one with a marble in it, and abertrine. These are the ones I feel called to. The reason why is they all have abundance, manifestation, working from our heart space with the green. They're all amazing. If you don't have those, you can use rose quartz. I know a lot of you have rose quartz, so that's an opportunity if you don't have the green ones I just mentioned. But having them in your desk space where you're working today and tomorrow, and also in your meditation space and working with them, is going to help you prepare for the manifestation on the Leo full moon as well. So definitely something I would suggest. I hope that helps, Liana, with your questions. That's amazing that you know that it's coming and you're fully embracing that energy. Keisha, since the last meditation we did together, I've been feeling tired, having dreams. That's been all over the place. Haven't been sleeping very well. Or is that normal? Yes. So a lot of people right now are getting a lot of telepathic messages, vivid dreams, astro projection. That's been something that's been happening. It's not anything new, to be honest with you. I just think people are getting it more commonly because the past 6 months, people have been awakening more than ever, right? August last year, we had the most awakenings ever in this world. And the consciousness shift was like, whew, it was a big shift. Like such a big shift that we even saw it in our world politically, right? We saw the huge rage that people had against tradition and courage that was coming out of this fire because of seeing the truth, right? So if we come fast forward to now, and we look at that energy, we can see that we're kind of at this point that we're getting more messages from our guides on what the next step is and how we're going to shift from a year from that time of courage and that Saturn energy that was coming through in August. So that's kind of what I would say. It's like the vivid dreams. Two little caveats that I will say about dreams, because I know a lot of you are having that. Number one is, if you are having dreams, say about a specific person, and you're like, oh my gosh, my soulmate's coming, blah, blah, blah. Do not obsess over the energy. Remember, manifestation, we release it, we allow it, we believe that it's happening. Do not obsess over it. I know it's so easy. I remember my spiritual journey. I would obsess over this dream that I would have. And it was like, I was obsessing. And then 2 years later, I did a past life regression and found out, okay, well, that's what I was obsessing for. But realistically, I was getting all the answers all along. I just had to let it go and come back to it, The second thing is, for those of you, I have this, and I'm sure you guys have it as well if you are like me. I dream about connecting with beings, dimensions, and stuff like that. I have a very strong connection in that space. So with that being said, I've been getting a lot of messages. So if you are at a point of your spiritual journey that you know your gifts or you're starting to get to know them, that might be a possibility of how they're going to be guiding you to it, to feel this sense of guidance of your soul purpose or clarity in your life. That's a way that they might be sharing with you those answers. So listen to them in that space. Tiredness, yes, 100%. Please. Isolation was the card that I came through from my last top 5 things to know about the Leo full moon. I will talk about it briefly. Isolation is all about how can I isolate myself for self-care, but not isolate myself where it jeopardizes my being of needing help and asking for help when needed. So that's what the Leo full moon is all about. It's holding the energy so you can manifest all you need to, and understanding and reflecting in the time of isolation of what you need to let go and what's being exhausting, that aunt that keeps calling you, telling you about all the things that you should be doing about your life, or your parents, or whatever it is. This is not a time. Create energetic boundaries. This is not a time to put that space there. It's a time for you to focus on yourself here. So you might want to go to bed a little bit earlier to prepare for the Leo full moon, an hour earlier, and even the day of, an hour earlier. Turn off that screen. Allow yourself to be an open vessel of energy through your manifestations and what you're focusing on. That's how you can prepare for this Leo full moon. Invest that into your self-confidence and self-being so you can have the confidence in your manifestations. That's what you want to do. So that's the sign that you're getting, Keisha. If you aren't listening to your self-care, that's probably why you're being a little bit more tired too, because you're releasing so much. Vanette, thank you for donating to the channel. I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay, so Vanette, you got 2 cards pulled out, actually 3 cards. So that's 3 number, meaning direct messages from your guides and specifically angels. So we have 3 cards here. Take a break. We got 2 of your cards saying that. So replenish, deep replenishment, rest, be held, be with yourself today, take a break with yourself. This is a time for, work is not about running into a treadmill of season and hustling with this hustle life. Stop looking at your bank account saying, what do I have to do more of? That's what's coming through for me. Start looking at yourself and saying, okay, maybe I should take a step back and actually take a break, and I'm not losing anything from myself by actually doing that. Start to structure your lifestyle around self-replenishment instead of waiting for yourself to burn out. You got the play card. So just not taking yourself too seriously and allowing yourself to have more energy to play and have fun. Because when you do that, that kind of actually creates an alchemy of manifestation energy. So definitely something that aligns with this full moon. Let me know what aligns with you, Vanette. The fact that you have 77, that number is coming to me because I'm doing a video today on what does 7777 mean? So I'm really excited for that. And I saw that number. So it's just funny how that aligned with the reading. So I hope that aligned. It's Zealous. Thank you so much. I'm going to pull a card. Your card flew out. Protect your energy today. So definitely cutting any cords of people, exes, past friendships that are coming through, reminders of those past. Allow yourself to cut the energy. It's not fully cut yet. Double plays, so channeling and uplifting. How can you channel yourself with your soul purpose every step in your day, but also reminding how to uplift your own self while uplifting humanity through your purpose. So your guides are definitely going to give you some clarity on that. But in order for you to have the clarity today is just really making sure that you're allowing your soul to replenish. Again, a lot of replenishing cards coming through. Call in your power and just not be giving people that energy that isn't theirs. So let me know what calls to you when you hear that. Definitely aligned when I heard that message for you. Libra feeling it really with the, yes, Leo full moon, especially for Libras, because I feel like they're feeling it also with the Mercury retrograde a bit because they like balance, right? So if the energy is imbalanced, they feel out of whack and they feel like their life is not, they don't have control of what's going on in their life. Honey Peer. Okay, I'm going to do your card pull for you. Thank you so much for your abundance. The card that fell out is Share Your Voice. This is an opportunity for you to strengthen your throat chakra here. I just feel like coming out of the cave, there's some, I don't want to say secrets, but that's the word that comes in. There's some deeper internal secrets that you haven't been sharing with the world, with close people around you. So this is an opportunity today for you to reflect on that as you go into the full moon and ask yourself, what do I have to express? What true emotions do I actually feel? It's not time to just keep allowing it to go in your head over and over again, it's time to express it. So I hope that aligned with you. Okay, let's get it back into chatting with you guys. I hope, again, let me know if those things align. Sometimes you have a card reading for someone else and there is a connection in your journey. And if it clicks, if you feel like gut feeling, if you feel that connection, that card's probably speaking to you as well. Okay, looking for the house soon. Shika, I'm looking, but I can't help worrying about getting approved. So totally feel where you're going, Zealous. I'm in a situation where we're actually moving as well. New home, new venture, new environment is a big thing for us. And one thing that was really helping me manifesting my home and space was making sure that I am allowing myself to release and let go of that, and really noticing that throughout my whole time through my worries, a lot of angel numbers were guiding me to the right people. Like the phone number of the person I was referred to had an angel number. Like I called them or they call me at an angel number. It was just signs during that time. So ask your guides for support to give you confidence and to release fear that you won't be approved, and ask them to guide you to someone who can help you throughout getting your home, because you believe that your home is coming soon. This is an opportunity for you to kind of do that today. So tomorrow you can visualize your home. You can use your energy of like picturing you approved, picturing you with the soul sign, picturing you walking through your dream home. But first you need to let go of that fear. You need to let go of that lack of self-confidence. And I think that's a big part that's coming through. So let me know if anything connects with you, but that's a really good one. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of 444s. So I actually have a video, guys. I have a playlist on angel numbers, over 40 or 50 videos on angel numbers that you guys can go check out. I do have 444. So if that is a number that any of you are connecting with, definitely go check that out. New fan here. Hey, Anna, so nice to see you. I love seeing you people. Super grateful that you guys are here, all the newbies and the OGs. I love you guys so much. Yes, that helps. Thank you so much. I'm a Leo. Awesome. Yeah, so definitely this is a time of rebirthing for you. So basically you're preparing to rebirth for your birthday. That's essentially what's happening. Like, you think your month of your birthday is the time of big shifts, but it's like it's already starting. So really allow yourself to reflect on those changes. How can you interpret your dreams when you get them? So for me, I've gotten to a point where I kind of know, especially like since I've been getting a lot of like those projections. But at the same time, like when you start out, you start to kind of have those feelings where like, whoa, I've been having a lot of dreams with this bird. I've been having a lot of dreams with anger or emotions. Is there something I need to let go? Start to question your dreams in meditation helps me a lot. I also researched a lot on learning a bit about dreams. I grew up luckily with a mom that was kind of like mystical quietly, if you will, and a grandmother that was medicine woman, if you will, but didn't really call herself that. So I was lucky to kind of come from generations of women that were very connected. And we actually had in the basement in our library dream books. So I remember as a kid going down after a dream and like loving going to sleep and dreaming, because I had these things that I knew dreams meant something more, and researching on it. So if you have a dream, look it up. Another thing to keep in mind, which I will also say as another caveat, is that, you guys have to make sure that when you see the dream, don't get scared by its response. So for example, a crow. I connect with crows a lot. They're always near my house. And for a lot of people, that's a sign of death if a crow comes in, right? But it's also a sign of protection. It's also a sign of messengers. It's also a sign of your guides, angels. So ask yourself, when you see those signs, how do you emotionally feel? Write about it and allow yourself to kind of see what comes through. And then maybe you'll also get some signs from your guides telling you if it is something that you have to focus on. So that's the first thing, is just questioning your dreams and believing more that, dreams have a possibility of actually telling you things beyond this dimension, as we know. So yeah, that's the first step I would suggest. I've been feeling sleepy and not being able to sleep. Is that because of the phase of the moon? Yes, there's a lot of like fiery energy of like activity and wanting to like go out there and feeling this sense of like caring about how we feel and publicly and judgment and all this stuff and self-confidence. Your solar plexus is like getting really, really like whoo right now, like really like what do you call it, activated. I remember like this past weekend, my stomach was like agony, like hurting so much. And I was like, what? Oh, Leo full moon. Totally makes sense. So again, like I think this is an opportunity for you to just set more intention into your night routine to prepare for the full moon and just this time of the energy and to prepare for Mercury retrograde. Because like again, universe is stretching us a little bit further than we expected throughout this experience. We need to be prepared for that. So one thing I would say for that question is just making sure you sleep earlier. I've been using a lot of lavender. I'm really big with plants. So lavender, chamomile, what else? Licorice tea. You can get like, there's these teas with licorice, chamomile, and peppermint and stuff. That's great for the stomach, solar plexus, ginger, a lot of rooted plants like potatoes and stuff, eating more of those to help you feel energized, but also to allow you to sleep properly. And then also just making sure you are doing sleep meditations. I've been doing more night meditations and actually having like a ritual with plant medicine and stuff at night now too, for me. And that's how I've been able to connect. And even just like working with crystals and stuff, having an amethyst underneath your pillow is great to help with sleep. Or baby celestite, which is a baby blue one that's great for messages from your angels, but also helping you with calmness, reducing anxiety. That's also really great. So I hope that helps. So anyone else struggling to stay motivated and working out? Yes, 100%. I think this comes from, again, just the sense of that we need to do more and confidence that we can. That confidence theme is coming through with a lot of people with their intentions and being, again, tested. Let me scroll a little bit lower because I know some of you guys are messaging me. No, I'm so happy. Thanks, guys. I'm grateful for all of you saying thank you and being here. Definitely helping people waking up of their energy and being overwhelming. I feel like going to sit in a deep cave of myself. Yeah, so go into that inner deep cave of yourself. Going into within yourself is definitely a thing. That's why I said the isolation card comes through. New Hollywood Productions, thank you so much for donating. I'm gonna do a card for you. Okay, so the card that I got for you is the Priestess. This is such a feminine energy. So here it's really reminding you, how can I step into leading by being a student and a teacher? How can I, step into being a leadership role in my community is really what I'm feeling here. So asking yourself, what are some ways that I can step with my heart as opposed to stepping on, this is my goal, I need to get this done, and putting in that masculine balance is so important here. So we have to be able to give what we can give, but also bring back what we can bring it back to our energy. So just really balancing your energy is definitely a sign that I'm feeling for you. Hope that aligns with you for today. Leos, okay, awesome. What about people who have the moon in Leo in their birth chart? Yeah, so what you want to do is actually check if you have a Leo in your birth chart. And if it's like a 6th house or 12th house, research on that and say, okay, Leo in 6th house, read about that. And you'll see that the Leo is going to affect you on the various things that I mentioned in that video of top 5 ways that the Leo moon will affect you in that part. So if it's career, for example, then, self-confidence in your career, lack of fear of starting your business, all that stuff will make sense. What is going to be challenging you. It'll also allow you to help you step with your preparation for your intention for the Leo full moon as well. So definitely I would say look up what area it is in Leo and research more on that specific house, that specific side, Venus or planet or whatever it is, and see if that planet is also in transit. Because if they're in transit, then that can also make an effect on your emotions and your intention as well. Amazing. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Sorry, guys. We're almost at the bottom. Your voice sounds different today. Yes, I'm very energetic today. I feel like I'm very, when I do my videos, when I record my videos, I'm usually very calm or I'm coming out of a channeling. So I'm very very relaxed and calm. But then I also have some videos where I'm just super energetic and whatnot too. So, I usually am a mirror for energy on the space, and especially if I'm connecting with you guys through these as well. It's very different. So I don't know if anyone else feels that, but as an empath, you reflect the energy of a group, right? So sometimes I'll have a plan for our meditations, for example, And when I do the plan, I notice, oh, this isn't exactly what's flowing with the energy of the group. So I don't do that specific intention. Energy is very big, especially as a healer, to set that in the space to make people feel comfortable. So you'll notice in the different videos that I record, the energy is different depending on the message that is being given in the video. It's a different space. It could be from my heart space. It could be from my channeling space. It could be from the essence of just being. So yeah, that's a great kind of observation, Jewy. So a friend of mine told me about the situation of 2 nights in a row, and I've dreamed about him, and I was in a situation with him. What does that mean? Rarely. So again, take what you can from dreams and see what reflects to you, see what's being repeated. It can also be an analogy of what you're feeling right now in your life. And if that is the case, then it's also a sign that maybe something that you have to just let go of and stop focusing so much on this manifestation, release and let go. I have a video on how to manifest a specific person, how them chase you. That video is definitely a video I've been recommending to people a lot recently, because a lot of you are stepping into that space of like a lover or someone in your life. So I would highly suggest that. Hello, all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Since August 2020, I'm kind of sick, meaning that my throat problems, inflaming, swelling, independent indie musician, and so not being able to sing as much as I could. So I would highly suggest in that case, and I see that you have definitely some signs that are going to be affected, you're going to have to speak and communicate properly what you want in your life, right? So Leona, I think one big thing that's like I would suggest you doing is doing some throat chakra chanting to help prepare you. If anyone is feeling blocks in their throat during this time because you need to speak what you are meant to do in the next 6 months and be honest with yourself, as opposed to stepping into sinking in that space of wounds from maybe inner child or ancestral wounds of lack of self-confidence and abandonment and all these other emotions that come through when I'm speaking about this. And being good enough. Working with that is going to be really big. Another big thing is eating some throat chakra foods as well. Blue, anything blue related would be really great for you. That herb that's really good is peppermint as well. That would be great tea. But I think most importantly, the thing that's coming through for me, because you're a singer, is chanting. Chanting for the throat chakra is going to help you a lot. So I hope that helps. Lizards, if you get a sign of the lizard, look it up and see what connects with you. Again, I think that's going to be a big thing for you. I'm making a morning evening tea with thyme, raw honey, and fresh ginger. Nice. That sounds amazing. I love it. Mo Campbell, thank you so much. Let's see what signs universe or spirit has for you. Okay, so 2 cards, 3 cards fell out for you. So your first card I got that pulled out first was take a break. So today is a time of replenishing. Again, I'm getting this message for a lot of people. We're just about to enter into a very energetic day. So take this time to get off of this like need to work more, need to get everything done. You also got the Star Mother. You got 2 cards of self-care. So here it's really representing us on how you can mother yourself, how you can love yourself, how can you step into that space of bringing in that energy of self-love. I think that's going to be a huge part for you today. And the ever unfolding is saying that everything's happening for you right now. So this is a yes confirmation to whatever you might be feeling a little less confident about recently. The ever unfolding rose just means that, sometimes in life we look to see if this rose blooms. And then the day that we're not even looking, we notice, wow, there's just so much of this part of my life that has grown. So again, just instead of looking at the destination and being that hustle culture, that hustle energy of masculinity, of like setting out all that you need to do because you have to get it all done, replenish, connect with that essence of feminine. So I hope that aligns with you. Grand Rising. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I have amethyst crystal. I'm going to use it under my pillow. Yes, amazing crystal to work with before you go to sleep. And blue celestite, if you guys have it as well. It's great for sleeping as well. Let's see. Questions. Danny, I'm going to send Ashley pull a card for you. Guys, again, if you have any of your like your names of the specific Leo and North Node, Leo and whatever it is, look it up. I also did a video with Lauren, who's an astrologer, and she talks about on a live that we did together on all the things of like what each note means, and like we deep dive into the birth chart. So if you want to learn a beginner of that, go check out that video. Okay, so Danny, it's interesting. When I tapped into your energy, the first thing I felt was anxiety in my heart space. And the first card that just flew out for me very, very gently, so very gentle message from your guides, is life is not a season. So you got this card as well. So just reminding you to get off the treadmill. I think you're working a little bit too hard on yourself recently. And it's proceeding towards burnout. So again, just taking a step back, maybe leaving work a little bit earlier today, taking time for yourself is going to be very important. So let me know if that connected with you. Appreciate you guys too. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. I'm a Leo, but I'm curious to find my moon rising sign in particular website. So astro.com is the one that I recommend for a lot of people who want to learn more about their birth chart and get started. The reason why is just because a lot of astrologers and specialists that I've connected with, that's the one they recommend. There's a lot out there, but some of them are not as accurate. So I would highly suggest that if you know the time you were born, ask your parents, or you can even call the hospital if you'd like. And they will tell you, because that's going to make a big difference on your notes, as well as like certain degrees that can make it effective, like what each date means and when to manifest and all those things as well. Okay, more questions. Let's see. Thank you so much. No worries. I'm so happy to hear that you guys are. I just screamed. I love it. I love it, guys. I love synchronicities. It's just such a thing for us to connect with. Here. So I told myself the beginning of this week that I would start speaking and not withholding the needs to be spoken. I love that. I think that's a really great way of surrendering. Leos, all the Leos, you guys are going to a space of like starting your rebirthing. It's going to be big things, big things. Okay, cosmic wisdom. Thank you so much. Okay, your card flew right out, honey. As soon as I said your name. So the ever-unfolding rose, everything is coming open for you. All the things that you want. Your business is starting to look really, really good. So just wanted to say that in the space of leadership. If you are in a space of leadership, here it's just saying things are unfolding for you. So just keep on working. Keep looking at that route. Keep looking at that direction. If you guys want a card pull, just donate whatever you can to the channel, and then I will pull a card for you for the day, for anyone who's asking. My fiance is in prison and won't be getting out another 2 years. My sun is in Sag, my moon is in Cancer, rising is in Pisces, and his Capricorn is in moon and sun. So yeah, you can definitely see a cool actually app that I talk about with Lauren in the video we did together on astrology. Talks about some apps that you guys can use and some helpful things if you are interested in deep diving into astrology more. So again, I would highly suggest, Danny, you checking that out, because that might be an opportunity for you to work with your birth chart. And the app that we talked about, I'm blanking out, it's really good because it actually puts you and your best friends, like, or you and your partner's birth chart together, so you guys can see where it interjects and where it affects both of you, and even why you guys met in the first place and your purpose to be in each other's lives. So super interesting. Again, spirituality is so vast, right? So go with what you connect with. If you connect with astrology, go there. Whenever I explain to people, this is the birth chart or whatever, people think, oh my gosh, okay, I need to know my birth chart. I need to go connect with what's great. Like for me, what helps me connect with my gifts is plants, shamanic, Reiki, and past life and anything ancestral. That's what helps me. That's what makes me step into my purpose of consciousness. So I always, always say, like, work with what you relate to. That is one of my biggest advice I can give any of you guys. Okay, so birth, born on 6/7, Yeah, so you can put that Naomi in your birth chart on astro.com, which is awesome. Okay, here we go. So, Kina, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card for you, Kina. And if you guys have any other questions about how to prepare for the full moon in Leo, let me know. There's some really great relevant questions you guys are asking based on your energy right now, which is amazing. If you have any other questions, please feel free as we're wrapping up the live in like 5 minutes. So I didn't even notice an hour went by so quickly, guys. That's crazy. Okay, so let's see. So Kina, your cards that came out, 4 of them, they were really connected. So the first card I got is dancing with life. You know, just I feel like there's a sense of loneliness and kind of depression that comes here. Here's just saying, how can I change my energy? You know, shift a couple things in your everyday schedule today. Really focusing on asking yourself not to hone into the space of like those dark areas and dark thoughts, because when we do that, we manifest that energy more. Don't be afraid to reach out, whether it's your soul family in this dimension or other dimensions for support. And also take a break, because taking a break will allow you to just kind of loosen up and not be so goal oriented and like structured and in control of things in your life. The priestess card came out here. So how can I lead and step into leading in my energy, in my emotions, in my life, in my decisions, in clarity, and all that I need to do? I just feel like I have a very leadership role with you. Keepers of the Earth is one of my strongest ancestral cards in this deck. And I love this one because it really just says that your ancestors are right behind you. They are like very present with you right now. You're not alone, and you have to remember that. And I think because you feel like you're alone, again, that loneliness that I'm tapping into, that's what makes you feel like you have to keep going and being on that treadmill. So that's just a reminder for today. I'm sending you love and light. Thank you so much for being part of the family. Grateful for each and every single one of you guys. Hello, Bermuda. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'd love to know where you guys are. I like to find out where my fam is from. It's awesome. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do we have any last questions on how to prepare for the full moon as I wrap it up? I think other things I would say is just like a money jar is a great time to do that today or even tomorrow, and putting energy on it by basically just simply holding it with crystals and money in it, as well as you're writing your intentions of what you want to manifest and just holding it and visualizing and putting that energy into that space. That's a very powerful, powerful thing that you can do. What else can you do? A lot of you guys are on the 369 method, so just sticking to that during this time to really build that energy, to expand and to allow yourself to go through that space. Just as a great time to do manifestation methods, but also making sure that your vibration is at the right energy to do so. So definitely a way of how to prepare for the Leo full moon. Louise, a lot of New York and Florida. Wow. London, Bermuda. That's amazing. Florida, Orlando. That's awesome. That's super, super great. Thank you. And you pronounced my name correct. Oh, awesome. Super happy. Yeah. Whenever I see names, I'm like, I hope I pronounced it. Please correct me if I did not. Because I went through that a lot in my life. People would see my name and like, Chica, how do you pronounce it? I'm like, Shika. It's exactly how it sounds. And yes, it is my real name. I get that question a lot from a lot of people. People are always like, is that your real name or is that just your online name? No, it's my actual name. Not the Chica part, but the Shika is my name. So what else? Specific hertz for meditations. So I'm going to do a video on hertz because I get this question a lot. I'm really big on talking about like theta, beta, and alpha waves and knowing more about those, because then that can tell you more about what the hertz actually mean. So all this to say, I would say is just like focus on researching on manifestation meditation music IBs and see which one is best for you. I will do a video soon on that. I'm trying to balance between angel numbers, moon energy videos, plant medicine, and conscious living all on the channel. So surprisingly, 3 days a week uploading is not enough time, but that's all I can do as now of my energy. So we'll get to that, but I will definitely like to do a video on that. What if you already have money in a jar and can you recharge it or reuse it? Yeah, you can definitely do that. Like what is a great idea is actually keep on putting stuff and things that you want to manifest. You can take them out when you want, but keep putting energy in that space, giving gratitude even throughout the days. outside of the moon would be very helpful for you, and then doing it leading up. So that's a really great thing. Money tapping is also amazing for that as well. Protection, healing, masculinity. Awesome. Yeah. So working with childhood trauma, releasing that would be a big thing for you, and how that relates to ancestral trauma here is just something I connected with when talking to you. Yeah, it's that's the thing. You look them up and you see what clicks with you and see what's true. Not all the things in the reasoning of a plant or an animal, and that's something that we talk about in shamanic practices. Is that when I tell people to look up an animal or something, like it might not mean everything. My tea is cold. I've been talking and I'm like, God, my tea is cold. It might not connect with everything that it says, but it will connect with the things that resonate with you. And, you know, if it says something negative, it doesn't mean that if you were happy when you saw it, that it's actually negative. You know what I mean? Energy attracts energy. Remember that. Do you recommend a safe crystal store? So I order my crystals online. The crystal shop that I connect with, they're a local shop here in Canada. They're called Equilibrium Gems. I love them because every Thursday she does a live auction online, and you really get to connect. And it's as close to being able to connect with crystals while we're all at home right now. And she's such a great person. She's really in her heart with it. She packages every single package with love. So that's been the crystal shop I've been connecting with online throughout this whole year. And for a lot of my actual crystals, they're all from her mainly. So highly suggest that. And they do ship internationally. So if you are interested, definitely go check them out. Equilibrium Gems. I also have a video on 101 on crystals on the channel. So if you want to check that out, how to pick your crystals and all that stuff, you can look that up as well. Texas, Cali, woo, that's awesome. That is amazing. Greenville, South Carolina, amazing. How you find your hidden talent in your birth chart. So that talks about that. You can actually get your birth chart read. And again, I would highly suggest Lauren. She does a really good job. Her birth chart research like videos are all like about like 13 pages. It is so worth it. I've gotten birth charts read by other people. I was not impressed. And then we actually connected and became friends because I was looking for someone, and she's just so in love with her work. I do know she has a waiting list because she does such a good job with her stuff. So if you are interested in that, again, all her information's in our video that we did for astrology on how to, oh, that's so cute. There's a squirrel outside my window. How to just really connect and how to like know what your soul purpose is. So definitely go check her out. Where should I go for more information? Astro.com. All the questions that you guys have for your chart, astro.com is a great start. Look up chart, birth chart, natal chart will come up, and you can put in your information there, and you can get all the access to that. And then you can use either that website or other websites to research more about the notes and the all of those things as well, which is very helpful. So do you use meditation singing bowls? If so, is there a website that you recommend? So it's so funny you mentioned that, because as I am looking into a new environment and space, one thing that is my intention is to have a space where I can also create energy so you guys can feel that through my videos. And I already have a set of beautiful crystals, bowls that I want to have in my space in our new home. So I would love to know your thoughts. Like, do you guys like a meditation where the music is in the background, or would you like to experience, like every once in a while, me playing music? That is something that I do on my own, and like want to start to share a little bit more throughout the end of the year, or even throughout the summer, and work towards. So let me know your thoughts on that. Put a star emoji if you'd be interested in like experiencing like a sound bath or a steel drum kind of experience and connecting with that. I think that'd be really neat. So great question, Keisha. So check out Peja, everyone, your birth chart. Go check that out, and check out my video on how to, like, the top 5 things to know about the Leo full moon. It's going to give you all that amazing information that you guys are looking for and clarity. I think that would be really, really good. How does sidereal chart apply with your full moon? Talk about all that in our live, guys. So I do have a live on astrology and 101 on astrology. So go watch that after. It's going to be very, very helpful for you. Okay. So yeah, that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys love this live. It was so great to connect with you guys. If you're interested in deep diving more and doing more energy healing, definitely would suggest applying for the conscious mentoring down below. I'm also have only a few spots available for this full moon card readings that I offer. I only offer 10 spots. The spots are filling up quickly. So if you're interested in getting a private card reading with me, it's 30 minutes long. It's a card reading. I channel any questions you have, anything that you want clarity on. I even have an optional 5-minute Reiki energy healing at the end if you're interested in it. For the session, it's 50 Canadian, so that's 37 US for our session together. And I love doing them. I just feel like people get so much clarifications, and sometimes I even connect with your ancestors, your grandparents, or angels, or your guides, and it's just such a beautiful experience with each person. So if you're interested in that, DM me at Chica_Chica. My Instagram's in the description. And like I said, apply for the conscious mentoring if you want to do deeper healing. I will see you guys on January 28th live here. You are more than welcome to use the meditation I recorded already, just to prepare you even on the day of. And I'm so excited. Tomorrow is going to be such an amazing, energetic day. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget, thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells, 3 videos every single week, meditations, energy healing, moon energy. You guys are all in here, so you love your moon energy. If you love it, subscribe and put notification bells. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. I'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Bye.